Welcome, Suresh.
Hi, Phil. Great to be here with you.
Yes, I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts on this. Allow me to introduce you. Suresh Ramaswamy is a transformational teacher and author of the new book, Just Be. Suresh's light-filled presence and guidance awakens people to their innermost essence, which leads right into the question for today. What is the relationship between spirituality and your infinite essence?
Wow, that is a great question, Phil. Thank you for posing that. It's very profound, actually, and I'm glad we're getting a chance to talk about it. Let's start with dwelling a little bit on the term spirituality. What is spirituality? Spirituality, one could say, is connecting with something larger than oneself. There's a focus, to simply put it, a focus on human spirit, as opposed to the human form and the concerns of the form. So there's clearly a turning towards something bigger. And, spirituality becomes very significant at a certain point in the evolutionary journey, because initially an individual might be very focused on immediate concerns, physical concerns, concerns in this three-dimensional reality. And with spirituality, we start looking at something bigger, higher dimensions, deeper truths. So it's absolutely very pertinent and fascinating at a certain point. Now, as we look at spirituality, we could take a look at, say, traditional spirituality. And traditional spirituality, you can think of as organized religion, formal religion, which typically comes with a structure. It comes with a belief system, it comes with dogma, it may come with rituals, and all these are packaged together as an organized religion. And, this can be a very valuable and precious aspect of growth. At the right time, there's much that one can glean and grow from this form of spirituality, traditional spirituality. At some point, we start looking at contemporary spirituality. And contemporary spirituality emphasizes direct experience. So, in other words, instead of relying on, somebody else's account of something amazing, how about if I could experience that myself? And so this emphasis on direct experience of transcendental realities is what characterizes contemporary spirituality. And so when people start discovering that, they resonate, some of them resonate so strongly with that they almost want to distance themselves from traditional spirituality. So they might call themselves, for example, spiritual, but not religious. And so they've kind of started discovering and wanting this direct experience. And typically there might be practices such as meditation. There might be an emphasis on meditation. And there's also mystical elements that are present, much more in the forefront when you look at contemporary spirituality. So that's kind of the backdrop against which we are asking ourselves, where does infinite essence fit in all this, right? So the way I would look at it is, there is knowing truth with a capital T, which is what we might say traditional spirituality introduces you to. Knowing truth, to you get to contemporary spirituality where you realize truth. So it's a big leap from knowing truth to realizing it in your own experience. And then there is a further leap. The further leap is going from realizing truth to becoming truth. Very significant. Knowing truth, realizing truth, becoming truth. And what does it mean? Becoming truth is not just connecting with truth here and there, but having such a deep and intimate knowledge, direct knowledge of truth that you dissolve into it, you merge into it. And with this comes the fact that you now embody this truth, you are radiating this truth, you are living this truth, which is what I call living as infinity, which is absolutely an amazing state to be, to live as infinity, or the state of infinitude, where you are no longer anymore a being separate from it. You've dissolved into it. So it's I feel a huge leap, another whole strata, if you will. Or if you like the metaphor of peeling the onions, we're peeling the onion until you get to the kernel, right? You get to the core, the most essential, the most irreducible fundamental truth. And the only way to go there is to dissolve into it. And that is what is infinite essence, because as we start going within, we go deeper into our essence until we find that our essence is this infinity, which is absolutely amazing and mind-blowing, that we are infinite beings walking around in what looks like a very finite structure, but truly inside we are this infinite. Our nature is infinity itself. So in the language of infinity, I would say the state is one of pure being. All your existence at that point is this pure beingness, which is absolutely incredible. And in fact, that's kind of the reason I titled my book Just Be, because I feel that is the distillation of everything. All this quest that we've had for millennia, if you distill it down to what it's all about and take out all the jargon and all the stuff that comes from various traditions, it boils down to just be. And you could just be your own essence. That is the ultimate truth. So it's absolutely incredible. And as they say, talk is cheap. And especially when it comes to infinite essence, I feel we can hardly really do justice, right? It's truly ineffable, indescribable. Concepts are simply can't get us there. And so what I'd love to do is actually spend a minute or so going there. How about actually going and tasting what this infinite essence is like? Because I think that's more eloquent than anything we can say. So this won't take long. Let's just take a minute. And whenever you're watching this, it's fine. You are still joining us in the same vibrational level. So let's relax and drop into your body. Simply start noticing it. If you like, you can close your eyes, but you don't have to. So as you relax, start noticing your breath. And as you're noticing it, don't try to change anything. Simply watch it. Simply observe it. And you'll see there's the inhalation. There's the exhalation. And inhalation again. And exhalation. A very simple, rhythmic cycle. Now, I want us to focus on a very specific part of the breath. You inhale and exhale, and after the exhale, there's pause. This pause is a natural pause. I want you to linger in the pause. Just hang out there for just an extra moment, and then let the breath continue naturally. So inhale, exhale, pause, linger in the pause. And now as you linger there, I want you to let go of everything. Let go of all thoughts, all emotions, every concept you ever had. And we're going to dive into the ocean of pure beingness in that moment. And that's all you have to do. Don't do anything. Just let go of everything and be fully present in that pause. So let's do that for several breaths. So, as we come back, it's absolutely astounding when you see what's happening there in that pause, because you're coming into direct contact with your innermost nature, with the infinite essence of your nature. And the reason this is so remarkable is because, first of all, your beingness is always there. You don't have to go anywhere and do anything. And you don't even necessarily have to be doing formal meditation. You could be absolutely anywhere doing anything and you can access this beingness. It's always there. The second reason it's so astounding when you go there is because you really want it. Okay, this sounds it might sound silly, but your wanting it is a key ingredient of your experiencing it. So the fact that beingness is always there and then you want it. And number three, the reason it's especially powerful right now as we're having this interaction is because we have come together as a collective, and there is tremendous power in that. You can access it so much more readily when you do this. So you can actually go back and look at this video anytime and go back to that place. And eventually, of course, you don't need anything else. You just need your own wanting to go there. and you will be there. So that's the incredible beauty of your own essence. It's infinity itself, and this infinity is your true nature. And so as we wrap up this particular segment, I want to call upon infinity. This is another thing you could do. You can directly call upon infinity. You can call upon the light of infinity, to flood your being with light. That way, there is nothing left in you except this pure beingness. And this light is actually something that absolutely transforms you and takes you to this place where living as infinity becomes a reality for you. And that is the real answer, I would say, Phil, to your question, to really go there. So back to you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Suresh. Thank you for sharing not only this important wisdom, but the infinity practice you offer too. That was very nice. And because I know you, I can tell people, I can vouch for the integrity and purity of your teachings as well as yourself. So thank you so much for sharing this time with us today.
Thank you, Phil. It's been a total delight to be with you, Phil, and also with all of you as you're watching this. We are absolutely connected. We are totally connected. So I feel it's a real privilege and honor to be sharing this moment with you and this aspect of beingness with you. Thank you again, Phil.